Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and variations thereupon. It's Citzen7, and today we are playing Big Pharma, where we are making pills, curing diseases, and trying to make enough money to buy a Wu-Tang Clan album, because that seems topical. Anyway, let us pick up where we left off, which is producing 2 middle-of-the-road drugs and trying to decide what we're going to get into next. And I think the best plan of action for us is going to be to get this catalyst so that we can, let's see, either of these, body response medication and a catalyst, or liver and a catalyst. So one of these two. We definitely want something with that catalyst. And actually, well, yeah, let's go ahead and get one of these. So either liver or a body response. So let's see what that would be. Liver is going to prevent gout, and there is a 100% net demand for that. Or body response is a diabetes medication, and there's less demand for diabetes than there is for gout. So we are going to go ahead and go with the liver medication. We're going to need to hire another explorer for $5,000. So now we're paying $100 a day for explorers. We're going to send them both out to research this spotted nipple wart. And we have one more point available for upgrade. We are going to use it on our other ingredient that we are using, so we'll be able to reduce the cost for $3 per dose that they bring in. So let us go back to our production field, turn it back on, and see how much money we're going to lose per day. $5, $16. A fair amount. Now let's take a look at our research and see how this man is going. Getting there on the ionizer. Others are doing all right here, and he has increased his antihistamine to a B+. I wonder how he managed that. Take a look at this math that I really don't want to do at 2 in the morning. I mean, things seem to be going decently, though not currently. Let's consider what we can do to make a little bit more money while we have our very expensive explorers out exploring our new ingredients. I wonder, let's try to get more pills onto the market, and the way that we can try to do that is to get another evaporator running here. Let's see. Because of the way that these things are lined up, we could do it like this. Let's see, this might not work out well for us, but we're going to try it. I'm not sure how quickly we can import ingredients. It seems that we're doing all right at importing ingredients here. So let's dump this in. Actually, probably would have made it more sense to do that.
A competitor has released a new product.
And we'll sell those two. Whoops. There we go.
Research complete.
Our research is complete, so we now have the ionizer unlocked. Let us leave this scientist to do a little bit of research to get us upgrading here, and then we can start upgrading our evaporator to reduce the cost. We have 3 different evaporators running. If we can reduce the cost that it takes to run them, that's going to do well for us, because we're losing 50 bucks a day right now. Let's see if this is actually helping us out any. No, we've now jammed up. Once again, we're overrunning our pill production. So let's add a 3rd pill printer and see what happens. Again, you know, we're in the early learning stages of the game. Looks like this guy's not getting the ingredients he needs. These are only selling at a certain rate. This seems to not be helping us very much. We wanted to produce more products, and instead we've just produced more cost for ourselves. So a C+. I don't know exactly why our cure rating has gone up. Could be because of the amount that we've cured, but I mean, we're only selling 25 per month currently, and increasing all of this doesn't seem to have done too much for us. We've got these 2 coming out here, and then 1 over here, and they're only selling at that particular rate. I'm not really sure if this is doing well for us or not. So we have does this cost anything to change the color of these? Yes, it costs $1 to change the color of that. Let's not mess around with
New ingredient discovered.
all that right now. All right, so we have a new ingredient now discovered, which is our very interesting. Oh wow! So we have a couple different catalysts here. We have the 2 catalyst and the 3 catalyst. So we can start producing a gout medicine, and then increase that to a liver disease medicine. So let's get started on our new medication with a new piece of our factory. Let's see. And we have our research going on. We have 1 point here, and we could increase our
A competitor
pills.
has released a new product.
Let's pause it and take a look at what all is going on. So this guy, Pregbuster, that's a terrible name for a birth control. And oh, this antihistamine has gone up to a cure rating of A. I wonder why. He's selling a lot more drugs than we are. And Slumber Pal. Ooh to these guys. All of his drugs are doing pretty well. So he's ramped up his things into the 2nd tier of drugs. We though have found a 3rd ingredient, so we can create a 3rd level 1 drug. Not sure exactly why, how we're getting these cures up. But one of the things that we can eventually get a hold of, let's see, is the analyzer. And I really would like to get a hold of the analyzer so we can figure out what the maximum effective strength of our ingredients is and start doing well with that. But in order to get that, we're going to need basic auxiliary, and we need 2 scientists for that. So I think that we should research our agglomerator before we get involved in that. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll increase the efficiency of our pill printers because we are printing a lot of pills. So it's an extra $3 of effectiveness to our pills, or we could reduce our costs of our evaporators, which we do have 3 of. But I think the pill printers are going to do well for us right now. So let's put our upgrade in there, and that might increase the effectiveness of our drugs. And we'll get this going with a 3rd drug. And that is going to be this gout medication. So we need to increase the effectiveness. Let's wait on the gout medication because it does cost 50. It costs 50 for each one that we import. We need to increase its ability by from 3 at least 2 to get it into the active range, and that is going to encourage a little bit of anxiety. 6, also nausea and difficulty breathing. So actually we'd like to only increase it by 2. So I was thinking, well, if we use our agglomerator, we can increase it by 3 and use only 1 machine instead of having to use 2 evaporators. But actually, I don't think we want to increase it that much, because we'd like to get it to 5 so that we could use an agglomerator to remove the anxiety and the breathing difficulties and only have the nausea. Maybe we are gonna wait. We're gonna wait until we get an agglomerator. Then we're gonna run this through an agglomerator, which will remove these 2 negatives and get it active. And it'll have a bad side effect, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And we'll see what happens. So we're gonna wait on this. Our 2 explorers currently costing us $100 a day. We're gonna try and get a few more ingredient upgrade points from them and continue upgrading the 2 that we are working with right now. And we could get an antihistamine going, I guess. So we need to let's see, alleviates insomnia. Need to get this to a concentration between 4 and 6 and then dissolve it in order to get it into an insomnia curing pill. But for now, we can increase its effect by a few in order to get an active antihistamine that doesn't cause fatigue, and see if that does any good for us. So let's go back to our production field, and I don't know how many times I'm going to hit escape to try and do that. We did just spend a bunch of money buying this floor space that we're not currently using, but let's actually let this run at high speed for a little bit and see what happens. I think this is a mistake here. I think we should sell these extra machines. So it was a little bit of a waste there. We did lose money overall building those and then getting rid of them. But why have we stopped making pills? Oh, because these are jammed up. The hell. Everything has gone terrible. Because these are going to nowhere. There we go. Alright. Oh, this is it.
A competitor has released a new product.
Alright, that's still functioning. That was odd. That was frustrating. Right, so now his wart Wart remover is now competing with our wart remover. He's got a lot of drugs on the market, and we only have 2. We might not be very good at this this drug game, but we do have 2 research points, which we're going to use to further reduce the cost of our wart drug. So there we go. We're now down to $27 for each one that we import. Escape should just bring you back to here. I think that would be the best. Now we could create another production line for the same drug. That does seem like an option. Let's do that and see if we can make a little bit more money, making just more of the same. So we know we're going to need a belt right here. Why is that running in that direction? We're going to need an evaporator. And then we're going to need a couple pill presses. Let's put them here. And then we'll just create these belts are not turning out very pretty. I'm angry at that, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Alright, so let's click over here and get this going with more wart remover. There we go. Our machine is turning it into a wart remover, and we're about to press it into more pills. Now, hopefully we won't end up flooding the market with all this. Let's see how this goes for us. I think for our incredible amount of explorers here, we should send them out to do something. Let's send one of them to get the tumbleboat and the other one to keep getting us upgrade points. Count the times that Citzen7 hits the escape key instead of whatever else, and take a drink every time. So this is broken. This is total crap. Sell that belt and create an actual corner belt. So it seems that if you have a little T-shaped belt, it's bad. Don't do it. This one seems to be working okay though, so I'm not going to bother messing with it. We are making money,
Research
though.
complete.
We're making money. So now we have our agglomerator. That's excellent. Let's hire a second scientist and get going on auxiliary here. So another $3,000 for a scientist. There's $60 a day. So scientists cost less than explorers. We're going to get them going on basic auxiliary so that we can get the analyzer as soon as possible. And then we can use these different tools to start getting stuff happening there. We have, once again, 2 points, and we are going to put them, it's 4 points to get the further discount on our juice, but we're going to reduce the cost of this crystal as well. So there we go. And we will fire this person. We're getting a little bit down on money, but, you know,
A competitor has released a new product.
Chesty Cough Stomper. So he's currently selling a hell of a lot of pills, one of which is really good, and we are just stumbling along with 2. Sorry, Shay. If I'd known this company was going to be such a bust, I would have named it after you. So let's get our last corner here and get started with our new bilious xalic acid gem, which is going to prevent some gout. So importing this, 1 belt, and we're going to use the agglomerator to increase its concentration quite a bit. And let's click on this and we'll see now we would have to send it through a second agglomerator to remove the breathing difficulties, which would put it at 9. So let's do that. Oh, in order to remove it, we have to get it to a concentration of 17 to 20. So that's not actually helping us yet. Unfortunate. Well, we have both machines there. Let's just leave it alone. And let's create our pill machine. We can put one. We're going to do our standard 2 pills per machine, so we'll put 1 here and 1 here. Drag out there, 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 and there. And now hopefully we'll get some medication going in here. Let's see. Of course, we built all this, so we have gout. I always think of gout as a sort of disease that, I mean, I realize that people still get gout, but
Product name required.
it's one of those old-time sort of diseases, so we'll call it Yearly gout remover.
New ingredient discovered.
I wish that Escape did something other than open that menu. I want it to stop showing me things that I don't want to see.
New world event.
A new world event. What's going on? All right. Let's stop running the things. A sudden surge in new cases of ADHD and seizures in infants has been linked to increased media contact time where cartoons, games, and other screen-based devices have disrupted the forming of neural pathways. But much has been done to tackle this. Irreversible damage has already been caused to many young minds. So that tells us that... Go away, Puppener. Tell me something else. Stop telling me this. Right-click. All right, right-click gets rid of the things. Escape should do that. We're making big money now, which is what we wanted. We're using our entire building here. So our next, we either have to get this building over here or start buying into this one. Now, interestingly enough, it looks like we could get a hold of this, which is going to have a single import section, and then we'll need the second section, which has 4 ports on it. And this one is just 1 in, 1 out. We're not doing anything complicated here at all. Now, we did discover this new ingredient, which dries the mouth or soothes cough. Soothes. Wow. Alright, so here's something where we'll have to decrease the concentration, but we should be able to ease asthma. Oh, interesting. All right. So anyway, what was I saying? Right, we know from that little event that ADHD is going to become, and seizures are going to become a lot more prevalent. So liver disease currently has a high net demand, and ADHD we know is going to be going up. So I think that we should work on liver disease and ADHD medication. Now, let's see. Here's the thing where we need a catalyst of the double dots into our antidepressant. Oh, we're not importing that right now, are we? Or are we? Which ingredients? Oh yes, we are. So we are currently producing an antidepressant. And we're making $3 on our gout medication. You know what I think we should do? This costs $35, and we're not actually getting any benefit from it. So let's sell it. These, what's coming out of here still prevents gout. It has the same side effects, and we're gonna get a little bit more profit than just the $3 per pill. So we get this back running full speed. No, right, there was a reason we won't run it full speed. I'm gonna think a little bit. All right, so we're researching 5 days, 4 days. This is almost done, and we're gonna get our analyzer started. So we want to start getting effective medications. Let's see. What did I say?
Research complete.
There we go. All right. Let's get our
Product name required.
Gout Punisher. I like this. It's better than our old gout medicine. So create the Gout Punisher. All right. We're gonna get the analyzer. And it takes 2 people to research that, 2 people to research that, 2 for that, 2 for that. Can we have our other guy research national headquarters? Yes, you can. All right. So that will allow us to start reducing our costs, which we should definitely do. So our scientists are busy. Our researchers are doing what? Nothing? We have 1. Did we fire 1? Two. I guess we only have 1. Researching, getting us some points. We'll deal with that. Well, I mean, we'll live with that for now. Right, we'll go back to cures and try to stay focused here. We need ADHD medication just to play this game. Never mind all the rest. So we need this catalyst. In order to do things with the catalyst, it's going to require the multi-mixer, and that's going to be our antidepressant. Let's take a look at our ingredients. So antidepressant in the first slot, and which one has, this one has our encourages anxiety, but our catalyst is the second slot.
Research
so
complete.
We can mix this medicine and this medicine to create our ADHD medication, which we first need to increase the concentration of this, or decrease it to between 7 and 11 from 14. So let's consider that's a reduction of 3 in order to get it to 11, and then we can put it into, so we can use an ionizer and then put it into a multi-mixer with this stuff, which is, can kind of, I think, go in just the way it is. And then we'll see what happens after that point. Alright. Which,
Research complete.
These are all doing things for us. Let's take a look at our little, we have our analyzer now, which is good. We've got both of our guys. We need to create the multi-mixer so that we can start creating more drugs. Now, we could buy this plot over here. Oh, wait a minute. Planning with 2 guys, 3 months. Yeah, I think we'll probably have to buy an extra plot before that point. But we'll consider it, because thinking about building a whole bunch of machines, maybe it's better to start doing some stuff here. Now we're making quite a bit. We're making, you know, our warp medication, a lot of it here. But we could start doing something else with that. What does our warp medication do? How do we... Let's, we need 4 points to upgrade our next one. This becomes the female contraceptive if we increase its concentration to 13 and then ionize it. So let's consider. This is increasing it to 11. Let's take a look at what would be required here. We need to increase it to 13 and then ionize it. This gets it up to 11. It needs 2 more. Let's sell this machine. And instead, run it straight into an agglomerator. Now, when it comes out of this, in it goes. Now it's at 13. So now we can ionize it. And where will one ionizer? Alright. So our ingredient goes in here, into the ionizer, and this now turns it into a female contraceptive, which then, you know, we can create ED drug, but that requires catalysts and all kinds of stuff. So for now, we have a female contraceptive. We have to further reduce, in order to make it active, we have to further reduce the concentration down to 6. So we need 1 more ionizer.
New world event.
And 1 dissolver. Pause. Stop doing things. Alright. New product has hit the market claiming to help asthma sufferers by cleaning the air in people's homes. Whether or not this technology does what it promises, this is likely to reduce the demand for asthma medication over the short term. Alright. So fortunately, we're not in the asthma market right now. So we need 1 more ionizer and a dissolver to get this. The ionizer costs $35 to run, and the dissolver costs 10. So we're going to create another ionizer. Let's see, we'll turn it to go this way. And then we need 1 dissolver, which could go in there like this. Our belt goes in, comes out here, and we can connect it to our old belts. That's the crap. There we go. Please. All right. That looks pretty good. That should create some. Let's get it running. Make sure everything is going the way it should. So now it'll go into this ionizer. What comes out here is almost active. Current profit is nothing. Now after here, it becomes an active female contraceptive. here will give us $83 profit. So now we'll send these into our pill machines and make sure both of our scientists are currently engaged in the multi-mixer, and we do have one.
Product name required.
All right, so our product is ready. Let's name our Halterpeg. That's terrible. We'll call it Fun Times Drug, because we are fresh and irreverent. And now let's see. These are going to get us a decent amount of profit. Let's take a look. Oh no! It's terrible. The Gout Punisher is as E. The drug value is way down. Right, the yield gout remover we are no longer making, so we don't have to worry about this currently. It was definitely losing us money because we nauseated some people and gave them breathing difficulties. It was better than this though, because here we're doing the same things, but it's not going well for them. We're still making a small amount of money. We're making a lot more though on our contraceptive, and our wart remover is doing quite well. Antidepressant isn't bad. So we're preventing pregnancies here, 18 here, and there's no side effect, so you don't have to have any nightmares of babies. So this is now up to a C+. So pretty good. This was a good choice for us. This one is kind of shit. Let's take a look. Let's go back out here and stop the situation. Stop flailing around. All right. So this here is a concentration of 6, 6, and 6. If we reduce it 1 to a concentration of 5, it'll get rid of both of these problems, which is what we want. So let's add a dissolver. Let's see. We'll sell this and this. I'll have to sell that piece as well. Let's add a dissolver to reduce the concentration by 1. Put the new belt in. Belts. All right. This should get rid of those terrible side effects and make our drug more effective.
Research complete.
An eye on this. All right. So our research is now complete. We've got our multi-mixer. Let's get a little bit more ability here before we go buying anything else or researching anything else. I want to get some more of these points to reduce the costs of our machines. And then we want to build an analyzer somewhere. Our single explorer is costing us $50 a day, but we're getting these points when we have 4. We'll be able to further reduce this cost here, which will be good. Which one are we turning
Product
to?
name required.
And this one we're importing quite a bit of this. All right, so new. These are the gout eliminator. All right. Let's see. Shall we? We have 2 dissolvers. We have 2 evaporators, 2 agglomerators, and 2 ionizers, and of course the pill machines. So any of these is going to be good for us. Let's put an upgrade on the agglomerator for now, and then we'll put one on the ionizer as well. Oh yes, because now we have 2 points. Let's put 1 on each to save us a little bit of money. So the cost of running these has gone down from $35 to $32. Like that. Well, And let's take a look at how our gout medication is now just standard. Instead of the $17 profit we were making on this kind of terrible one that we nauseated 50 people, we have $35 profit on this one. Much better. And our, let's see, contraceptive is doing well. Alright, so we now have our research ready to further decrease the cost of our juice here, and that is excellent since we are importing it here and here. Our profits are going up. This is what we like to see. So there we have it. We have turned things around from a quick downward slide into a fairly reasonable climb. I know we can make a lot more money with much more sophisticated medicine. So join us again next time as we make our medicine a little bit more sophisticated and get our analyzer functioning so that we can create the best drugs possible. So cheers, thanks for watching.